This video is made possible by the following mad lads. All their awesome gear they supply to me can be checked out in the description below. Hey guys, Crazy Electric Prototype Boy here, and welcome back to another video. Now the other day I got a rather exciting message through my Discord from the guys over at Race Room. They said, Jimmy, we have something rather special coming out soon for Race Room, and this is it, the Volkswagen IDR, the car that has the current world record for the Pikes Peak hill climb. And the thing that makes this car interesting, well for me anyway, is that it is all electric. So just to give you guys a couple of specs on this thing is powered by 2 electric motors, that's one for each axle, and that produces nearly 700 brake horsepower. But the important thing for me is this thing makes 649 Newton meters of torque, and because we are an electric car, that torque is available pretty much instantaneously as soon as you put your foot down. Because of that torque and the weight of this thing, it weighs just over a ton, the Volkswagen IDR will do 0 to 60 in less than 2.3 seconds. Now those with a sharp eye would have noticed that the picture in the top left hand corner looks slightly different from the Volkswagen IDR that took on the Pikes Peak record. That's because this version of the car is designed to break the electric record at the Nordschleife, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do today. The time for me to beat was set by the Neo EP9, and that's a 6:45.9. Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited to see just what kind of time this car can do. So let's go see how fast the Volkswagen IDR can lap the Nordschleife. Right, so here we are then on board in the Volkswagen IDR, and get ready for what is going to be an eerily silent but a quite quick lap here at the Nordschleife. Slick tyres, long tail aero on this, reminds me a lot of the older Group C cars. One small factor is that we are limited to 250 kilometers an hour on the straight because it's not worth pushing past that for battery efficiency, but that shouldn't slow us down too much. Anyway, so let me show you guys the acceleration of this thing as we come around the last corner, and now the throttle, and there it is. You can see the speedo there in the bottom right hand corner, already 160 k's before going into T1. Back on the power, nice and early. We have traction control and ABS in this thing, so it's pretty much glued to the circuit. Through hats and back, flat, easy, 230 k's down there. Now braking nice and early just to make sure we get the car turned in. There you go, a little bit slippy through that first section. Just trying to be nice and smooth through here. We've got some downforce to play with, so we can use it, and this thing isn't as verse to curb as you're seeing, so I can really abuse that around here and gain a bit more time. Now this is where we're going to suffer over some of the other cars. As I said, this thing is only limited to 250 kilometers an hour, but you get there pretty quickly coming through Flugplatz. Just turn in there, don't even need to lift at all. This thing is glued to the ground once you get it up to speed, and now comes the waiting game, really. You kind of just wait to get to the end of the straight and get to the next part. There is 253 k's indicated there as the electric motor rees in the background as I go rallying temporarily through this quick left-hander, and then on the brakes try and be nice and smooth on the way, and then back on the power quickly. All about keeping momentum in this thing because of a lack of top speed, but you get up to the 250 really damn quick. Again now downhill, just trying to cut a nice straight line down here. It's so weird doing this with no engine noise, or no ICE engine noise I should say. I've got the electric motors whining at me as I make my way up to the higher speeds. Fairly neat through there, nice, not too bad. The acceleration kind of below about 100 kilometers an hour in this thing is absolutely insane. Like I said in the intro, this thing does 0 to 60 in less than 2.3 seconds, which is ludicrous. It's almost as fast as an LMP1 car. And that thing has, or can have, nearly double the horsepower. Easy through here. There you go. Just trying to be nice and neat and tidy through here. It's what it's all about on this circuit, really, being neat. Now, in real life, apparently this car has enough energy for 1 lap. Luckily, we are in the sim, so I can turn off energy consumption, so I haven't got to worry about that. But it is just about enough energy to do this lap at this kind of speed. On this setting anyway, I'm fairly sure that VW have their eyes set on getting that record. As of now, I don't know if they've done it or not. I'm not sure when they're running their lap. Maybe I can do it first, do it first in their car. I'm sure they'll like that. Probably not. So just trying to make sure all my lines are nice and neat and tidy through here. There you go. The way the speed kind of peels off towards the top is very odd. You're not quite used to it. We are running quite a lot of downforce, but it's kind of odd how you just don't keep going. Anyway, here's the torque now up the hill. So all we've got to do is keep our right foot nailed and just be neat up here. We can do. Gives us an opportunity to look at the dash in here. Apparently there's a button here that says not Oz. So sorry guys, no Australians can drive this apparently. Easy. Now coming up to the fast left-hander. This should just be flat. I think it was flat from my outlap. Yeah, it's easy flat. There you go. Turned in a little bit late, but didn't scrub off too much speed. Same through here, flat through here. Oh, don't get on the curb too much, and then heavy on the brakes. I was actually a little bit too early on the brakes there. Slow down really quickly. This thing has so much grip on exit. You can just nail that throttle, and that torque, as I said, is just instantaneous. You have it straight away. It's why it accelerates so quickly through the carousel. A bit bumpy through here. You can see it in my wheel. And there you go, back on the power again. Now coming up to, I always say, is my favourite section of this circuit. All about driver skill through here, which is why I suck so much at it. Doesn't mean I can't like it though. Oh, I just knocked the curb. You see how that just bounced me off there to the exit. Lost a couple of attempts there probably. Now I've got to try and make it up through here. There you go. Wrong curb to mount. We'll get that one though. And on this one, the curb turning in the car viciously. You need it, but it feels a bit scary when you feel the wheel being tugged in the other direction. This thing is so quick. Deceptively quick. I mean, it looks like a weapon from the outside, but you think, oh, electric power. How quick's that going to be? And it turns out really quite quick indeed. Now, I've only got the electric record in my mind. I don't know the rest of the leaderboard off the top of my head. So when we do get to the start-finish line, and you'll see the time ticker down, you can see in the top left-hand corner we've got lap time going away there. I won't know how fast we are compared to other cars, but all we're trying to do today is beat that Neo. That's 6:47, I think it was. And it's looking like it's going to be looking pretty good right now. We'll see, we'll see. We're not at the end of the lap just yet. Of course, we've got to go down the back straight. Now, I hear in real life they're also thinking of giving this thing DRS. They might have already done that, but unfortunately that doesn't exist in this version of the car in this game anyway, which DRS would help a lot in this thing. Get rid of some of that drag, which is holding it back on the straight. So a bit wide there on exit. Luckily I managed to gather it up. This thing is, I don't know how to liken the pace of this thing. It feels a little bit like an LMP2 car in terms of mid-corner grip. It really does stick to the circuit. And now we go down the back straight. So we have over a minute I think we are going to do this. We have a minute and a bit now to get to the line to get that electric record. It's not going to be under 6 minutes, I don't think, unless we have a really fantastic last section and we're just stuck at 250 k's. Come on, car! This is where you really want that DRS. You really want it, but you can't have it. Come on! We'll be quick through the last couple of corners, but not quick enough to get under 6, I don't think. It's still, I think, going to be quite easily the record. Let's just be neat and tidy through here and worry about that in a second. And then hard on the brakes. Oh, a bit late into there. Just use the power, don't worry about it. Oh, understeer, city through there. Off the grass, but coming over the line, it's going to be a 6 minutes 12.0, and I have to hammer the brakes not to go flying off there at T1. Absolutely smashing the previous record by, I think that's over 30 seconds there. And this thing doesn't have DRS. The real thing probably will. So I'm really very much interested to see what this thing will do here in real life. But man, this car is a lot of fun. And I must say, it is kind of odd driving around with no engine sound with a car that feels like it should have some sort of crazy turbo hybrid noise going in the background. But just having that electric whine, it's a little bit odd. You know, you cannot deny just how impressive this piece of machinery is. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much to the guys over at Raceroom for letting me play this a little bit early and letting me do this video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, of course, hit the subscribe button and maybe the bell notification icon, because that way you'll be made notified of future videos like this and future streams. As always, I've got to say a massive thank you to my Patreons and to my sponsors. You guys keep the channel running, so thank you so much. Take care. Have an awesome day. See you all next time.